I don't go to the movies. I haven't seen any of the 6 Star Wars films. I didn't even see Avatar. I'm going to explain to you in the next 7 minutes why I do not go to the movie theater. First and foremost, the one and only thing that does amaze me about the movie theater: where do they fit all of it? If you stand on the outside of any movie theater, it's not even as big as a grocery store, so it seems. The size is so deceptive. And then you walk in, and there's 24 theaters that seat an average of 600 people. Just amazed. And I'm just wondering, who does that? Who is the architectural genius behind movie theaters, and how much would he charge me to work on my closet? See, my feelings when it comes to movie theaters is it's a big cop-out. It's a way for 6 friends who don't really feel comfortable around each other. Hey, you know, we've known each other for like 3 or 4 years. There's all kinds of things that we could do. It is South Florida. But I don't really want to talk to any of you. Let's see a movie. Let's sit in a dark room and stare at a screen for 2 hours. I think that's a great way for us to hang out. Maybe we can catch a meal afterwards and stare at the menu. That'd be great. See, I show up to a movie theater, the seldom times that I do, and already I have a very negative feeling for the whole ambiance. Because there's always a few couples arguing at the box office. No, we saw an action movie last time. Okay, all right, well, we'll see a romantic comedy starring Drew Barrymore with whatever male actor she hasn't co-starred with up to this point, where she plays a romantic role of a woman who just hasn't gotten to the point of commitment, but is a hopeless romantic. Insert random movie actor here, like Luke Wilson, or pretty much anybody. You go into the theater, and I don't even understand why they have the first 2 rows. Or at least initially I didn't understand. See, the first 2 rows are just their way of punishing those who arrive too late. Rather than cut off the amount of tickets that are sold, they say, oh no, we still have seats available. And you're all excited because you really, really wanted to see a bunch of blue people that weren't Smurfs. So you go into the theater, and alas, the last 2 seats are directly in front of the screen. So you sit there the entire time. We should have got here at least 20 minutes earlier. I didn't know it was going to be this packed. We're at the 11:30 showing, and you just sit there the entire time. Now, here's the trick. If you are going to get there late and sit in the first 2 rows, you have to work in teams. One of you sits on one opposite corner as the other. At the end of the night, you guys get together, and over dinner you can say, oh, well, 45 minutes into it, there was an explosion over here, and the guys over here, and oh, well, 50 minutes into it, they were kissing and really heavy petting over here. See, because you can't, the peripheral vision of the human body just doesn't allow for it. So if you're going to get there late, make sure you have at least 2 to 3 people with you. Now, every movie starts off with them saying that silence is golden. This is to encourage us to do what? Turn our cell phones to vibrate or silent, to monitor our conversations. But, see, I disagree. I would love nothing more than to have the only inconvenience someone on their cell phone saying, listen, I'm in a movie right now. Yeah, it's some random Drew Barrymore thing. I'm almost done, but I'll be out in 40 minutes. See, that's fine to me. That doesn't bother me. What they don't really talk about is what real makes, like, the difficult sounds, the caustic noises that disrupt our films. And that's the concession stand products. See, they won't talk about the slurping. They won't talk about the crackling of the packaging as someone's Sour Patch Kids are running from their fingertips. They won't talk about the popcorn. Why? Because maybe silence is golden, as long as they're making money on anything that inconveniences you trying to watch the film. Another thing that disturbs me, you're watching a really intense film, and it gets to the part where the dialogue is really significant. But at those times, the actors don't necessarily talk that loud. It seems to be during these key points that the person who sits next to me decides they're going to very aggressively chew their hot dog or their popcorn. The secret files are located at a... Now, they sell beverages that are 64 ounces. That's a half gallon. It's a half gallon. And they offer free refills should you somehow, some way, be able to cram 64 ounces of liquid in your body. It's a dupe. But I always luck out and have that guy who is fixated on getting all $6.50 of his soda, even if it's just down to the last half ounce that just hangs out in that corner created by the plastic cup. On 2 different occasions, and this is true, I have tapped that person on their shoulder and said, hey, listen, why don't I go get your refill? It's on me, because I've lost any sense of enjoyment I can get out of this film. Regardless of what epic film you're seeing, Gladiator, Lord of the Rings, there is no battle more fierce than the one that takes place over who gets to use the armrest. It is an unspoken battle between 2 foes, brought together and torn apart by the very same thing: the need, the desire to rest their arm because apparently it weighs 90 pounds. Don't really understand how that works. Lastly, the previews. I haven't even talked about the movie yet. I'm just talking about all the things that keep me from even being able to watch the movie. The previews. There are no less than 6 previews before a movie. I'm already not that enthusiastic about the film, but after watching 22 minutes of previews, I have to look at my ticket stub because I've forgotten what I'm even there to see. It's crazy. And there's commercials as well. It's kind of like sitting at home in a giant entertainment room. I warn you, the next time you're sitting there with $11 burning a hole in your pocket, find a more constructive and less destructive way to spend it.